For the millions of Africans chained to slave ships, for the millions with scars on their backs and their faces by the bullwhips, for the millions who jumped overboard, for the blood that poured on the shores of North America, South America, Central America, Europe, and each ripple in the ocean is a grave for an African who refused to be a slave. For the millions who cut the cane and picked the cotton, whose names have been forgotten and whose flesh has rotted on the trees where they hung them from. They cut out their tongues and they cut out their hands if they played the drums. For the millions who were shot, hung, beat to death, tarred and feathered, boiled in oil, whiplash, backlash, croaker sacked, and thrown in the river, castrated, miseducated, segregated, integrated, legislated by the blasted constipated. For the millions who were lied to, denied to, vampire-eyed to, misguided to, and not abided to. So let's decide to get together and change the weather, not just for now, but for forever. Let's decide to love one another. Stop the soul madness and be real, sisters and brothers. Let's decide to stop and take a look at the beauty of ourselves and our colored skins and our bold heads and our full lips and our Africa all up inside our hips. Still breathing the breath of God within our lungs. Greatness is where we're coming from. For the millions, they marched, they sang, they prayed in, they sat in, they laid in, they lived in, they jailed in, they boycotted, they picketed, spit at, yelled at, cursed at like black's not where it's at. Like, oh, we supposed to be satisfied to sit in the Russell back. For the Fannie Lou Hamers and the Rosa Parks and the Eula Mae Johnsons and the Harriets and the Sojourner and the Eleanor Bumper and Asate Shakur and Gwendolyn Brooks, and for the Martins and the Malcolms and the Deacons and the Authors and the Panthers and the James and the Langston and the Richard and Paul, Malik, Martins, Nat and Sinke2 and Kinta Kinte. For the millions who have known and who have always known that no matter what, truth crushed to the earth shall rise again. No matter how many bullets and prisons and diseases and deaths, no one can take our breath away. We're here to stay. No, it don't even matter how much liquor and crack, nothing can kill the fact that we're a divine creation. We started civilizations. We built the pyramids and the Sphinx. We taught the world how to pray and think. And not to mention all the inventions we never got credit for, and for all the babies that we done raised even when our own was being ignored. For the millions with fire in their souls that burns so bright, and the strength of our will as dominant as the night, and the rhythm when we walk, and the rhythm when we talk, even when we ain't got nothing to say. We put color and spice in your day. For the millions who are ready to turn this thing around, to stop being tired and crawling on the ground. It's time to return to our spiritual homes, reclaim our mental domes, and leave this backward ass bullshit alone.